Web for Pentester II. Captcha. When attacking Captcha and before starting some hardcore coding, make sure there is no logic flaws or some kind of predictability. If you can bypass a Captcha without breaking it, don't break it. The first examples are badly developed Captchas with some common logic flaws. Later examples are easier to break and can be broken. In all the following examples, the goal is to build automation around the Captcha with a high success rate, 100% for most of them. Example 1. This script is a common issue with badly implemented Captcha. To avoid error message, the developer checks that a Captcha parameter exists before ensuring that its value is correct. So, however, this example presents a vulnerability. If no Captcha is provided, the script doesn't fail safely. I have my verb sub set up right here. Let me intercept the traffic. And let's click on example 1. Go ahead and forward this. So, for example, I can input anything. I can send a query. It will get intercepted by the proxy, and I can remove the Captcha value from here, only submitting send console. And if I forward this, you can see we get success. Now let's go to example 2. On example 2, in this example, the answer is leaked by the application. By inspecting the source of the HTML page returned, you should be able to write a script that can automatically break this Captcha. So if we check the server, let me head and intercept this off. If we check the script, if we inspect the page, we should be able to find the value of the Captcha. Inspector, let's inspect this right here, and as you can see, it is hidden name and the value of the Captcha. So with a script like this one, we can use Python and open the URL, read it, and find the hidden input and then print it. Let's go ahead and run this. So Python example2 captcha.py, and if we run it, it's going to take a couple of seconds, but as you can see, we get the Captcha. That is this one. It's not the same as the browser because it is a different session. But yeah, with the script we are able to get the Captcha and use it however we want it. Now let's check example 3. Example 3 says, in this example, the answer is leaked by the application. By inspecting a response sent back by the server, you should be able to write a script that can automatically break this Captcha. You can also retrieve the Captcha from the cookie using the JavaScript console and call document.cookie. So let's check it on the server first. Go ahead and close this. Example 3, and again, let me open it, the console. Let's check document.cookie, and as you can see, we get the value of the Captcha. Now let's see if we can do it with a script. Sorry. Okay, let's go back to the top. And here is the script. The script gets the information of the URL, looks at the cookies, and print the value from the cookies. So let's run it. Sample 3, Captcha Pi. And as you can see, we get the Captcha, and again, this is from a different session, so it will be different from the page. And now let's check example 4. Example 4 is a little bit different. This is quite a fun example since it's a mistake I made during the development of this set of exercises. Here you don't have to really crack the Captcha. You just need to crack it once, and you can reuse the same value and session ID to perform the same request again and again. When you try to crack a Captcha, make sure that an answer can only be used once. You can easily script this exploitation by writing a script that takes the session ID and value parameters and submit them again and again. So let's go ahead and set up the proxy. Intercept is on. Let's go look at the server. Go back. Forward this example 4. Go back and forward it. There you go. Forward. Now here we can send the Captcha. It will get caught in the proxy, and we can hit the right click, send it to a repeater. Let's look at it from the repeater, and as you can see, we got a rack session ID, and this is the cookie, and this is the Captcha current. We are going to send it, and of course it's going to come with success, and we can send it a couple times and it will still say success, as you can see. Example 5. This example is the last example of weakness. Here the weakness comes from the dictionary used to create the Captcha. There are only a limited number of words used. You can easily write a cracker by generating a list of all words and the MD5 of the image. Then when you want to submit the form, you just need to retrieve the image and compute its MD5 and submit the matching word. So let's go ahead and look at the script. The script for the example 5. As you can see, we use the cookies. We send a header. We get the image and save it. Then we hash it. And then we compare the hash to the word and print it. So let's go ahead and try this. Python example 5.captcha. And as you can see, this is the MD5, and the Captcha would be 0 days with a C. Example 6. In this example, we're going to use the OCR tool Tesseract to crack this easy Captcha. The goal here is to build a script that will get a high success rate just with a basic script using Tesseract. You can expect a success rate of more than 95%. You'll need to use the following algorithm. Go to the main page, get a new Captcha and the cookie, retrieve the image, run Tesseract on the image, and retrieve the result, submit the result with the correct cookie. The following things can improve your success rate. Only submit a value if it is a word, and only submit a value if it is only contains lowercase characters. Let's check the example. The script, I'm sorry. And here we go and get the page, then get the captcha. Well, get the page on the cookie, then get the captcha. Run tesseract.exe, and that image is going to be captcha, and it's going to output it, and it's going to output it on the file called output. Then we read the file and we send it in the request with the respective cookie. Now let's run it. Sample 6. Okay, I'm sorry, this happens usually. It's a 95% success rate, right? As you can see, it started, I retrieved the cookie and token, downloaded captcha, is now executing Tesseract. And got the captcha, it's Sierra. Sent back the request with the respective cookie and ended. Example 7. If we use the same technique as the one above, we can see that the success rate is significantly lower. To improve the recognition, we're going to try remove the blue hatch fill. A simple way to do that is to use a threshold to modify the image before running Tesseract on it. I did this in the script with a Python library, but it's the same output. So let's check example 7, so you can see the blue hatch fill, and we're going to remove this. And let's run it. Example 7. It's going to do the same as the previous script, just removing the blue hatch fill from the image using threshold. It usually takes a while. Errors happen. Let's run it again, and there you go. You can see I retrieved the cookie, a token, got the captcha, executed Tesseract, convert the image, read the captcha, and then send it back again. So now let's go for the next example. Example 8. Here we can see the image is imploded. We're going to open the image, unimplode it, and use a previous technique to increase the success rate. It's basically the same as before, just that we add one more fix to the image, and it's the implosion. Here you can see how it looks like. That's the implosion in the image, but the script removes it. So CLS Python example 8, and maybe it's going to fail for the first time or not. It executed perfectly, and as you can see, got the captcha traffic and send it back to the URL with the respective cookie. Last but not least, example 9. This captcha relies on asking the client to perform a simple arithmetic operation. It's really simple to crack. You can just eval the string provided. Probably not a good idea. You can write a simple parser to do arithmetic operation for you. This kind of protection will protect from really dumb bots, but it's really easy to bypass for anyone who can do a bit of scripting. Let's check the script. It should be right here.